Well, hello everyone, welcome back to the AlexCloud2275 stream. Hope you're all doing well this fine day. I'm doing good. Ready and raring to bring you another rousing hour of Alan Wake 2 for our October spooky specials. Do any likes, follows, comments, or subscribes that you might wish or want to do on this episode or any of our future episodes. Yeah, come chat to me and say hello if I am live, when I'm live. Always appreciate engagement. And check out my releases Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Where it's Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, One Piece World Seeker, and Claire Obscure Expedition 33. And then check out what I'm playing live on Twitch. And I have many things in the pipeline for you to watch, and plenty of content in the future. All for, frankly, it is side watching, second screen watching. You don't have to be too involved. Just something to put on. I'm not going to say my content is Shakespeare or anywhere as near as good as other streamers I've seen, but it's mine. And we will get back to Alan Wake, where we have got to check in on Odin, so we can go to the overlap and either save or learn from Thor. I don't think we're saving Thor. I think Weaver's got Thor, and it's all a bad touch. Yeah, doesn't look good. Alright, well, we got fobs to check out other rooms. Donna, you got anything else for me? Nope. Old Gods of Asgard Museum Hall of Fame. Okay, that's certainly where I'm supposed to go. But let's check upstairs. Artie.
Do you know anything about the cult of the tree?
Yes, yes. He who reaches for a spruce tree will stumble into a juniper. Bloom was one of them. He has kicked empty. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes. But I like his shoes.
How did you know Blum was part of the cult?
Oh, Fox never runs out of tricks. He's a crazy man, and he will show his ways. Bloom like to talk.
Fob doesn't work on that door, eh? Randy May? It's Norman. It's Gale versus Keith up. Building the Valhalla Nursery Home.
Wheeler set up a foundation with the sales of their greatest hits album. He used the cash to build a nursing facility. The old men deserved it. An old manor in Bright Falls. Wheeler hired a contractor to have it refitted as an old folks' care home. At this point, Wheeler felt good about himself. He had a heart of gold. No need to feel guilty. Wheeler left the work to the contractor and returned to New York City. He had done his part. It was time to turn over a new leaf. The contractors figured out Wheeler was gone for good. They took the money and ran. When the fall rains came, the leaks started appearing.
Contractors.
Damn lights.
No use crying in the dark place. What has been has gone. But trouble doesn't look like this. You can go to the basement and check the generator. But look out. You can never know in which tree the devil sits.
The basement. Thanks. Key fob's no good without power.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Well, they look relatively safe. Oh, he's still alive? Okay.
Too many places to hide.
Beautiful.
Key fob's no good without power.
Remember, buy more fuses Many more crappy old equipment keeps blowing them up. Barry struggles with artists.
Wheeler used to be the agent of a manic depressive celebrity writer, Alan Wake. Wake had various addictions on his back, an on-off death wish. Wheeler had seen a thing or two. Wheeler paid a lot of money for a good shrink. Got himself convinced that all the nightmares he'd seen leading up to Wake drowning himself were just his imagination. PTSD. Now we had pills to keep the shadows from his sleep. But the Andersons were something else. The nightmares were starting to creep in again. Or maybe it was the drugs in the air. Wheeler hoped it was the drugs. The Andersons were so old. Vampires. After every gig and the party that followed, took them weeks to bounce back. And they never did completely. Each time Wheeler expected them to croak.
Fuse is blown. Maybe there are spares nearby. Can't be opened on this side.
Great. Rose spare fuses now locked away because someone at it keeps stealing them. Code is in the laundry room. VB. Emmett's taken.
Emmett Elwood had had enough. All his life, he'd been surrounded by the same small-minded, impolite, ignorant people in town. Their endless gossip, their nose-picking, chewing food with their mouths open, not washing their hands after visiting the restroom, and touching things. Touching everything. The world was going to hell. He'd watched day after day how all the nice things in life in Bright Falls were spoiled and ruined forever. There would be a just and terrible reckoning. Emmett had imagined many times how he'd make them pay. He had lovingly tended his anger, made it grow hotter. It was out in the open now. Ugly and slobbering, they reached at him with their unwashed hands. He'd beat them down, beat them until they no longer moved. And then he'd wash his hands with a strong antibacterial disinfectant.
House of Zane, renowned filmmaker, establishes the artist commune in Bright Falls. Thomas Zane, born Thomas Zane in Finland, and his partner Barbara Jagger, born Barbara Jakar in Finland, have recently established an artist commune right here in Bright Falls. Mr. Zane purchased the old manor outside of town, and the couple has already settled in his home country and internationally was as well. Zane's well-known, respected amateur filmmaker and a rising star already compared to the likes of Stanley Kubrick and Ingmar Bergman. His earlier film, Nightless Night, won a European Film Award. Mr. Zane is currently in the process of filming a feature entitled Tom the Poet in Conversation. Mr. Zane comes across as a charismatic figure with big dreams. He talks about building a hotel and a film studio in the area. He even has a name picked out for the hotel, Ocean View. The reporter believes the name has a nice ring to it. Mr. Zane's dreams would certainly make Bright Falls a household name if it became reality. Members of the commune clearly feel the same, as Zane, seeing Zane as a person worth revering, even to a faintly cult-like degree, a person who guides his flock to expand their consciousness and reach a higher state of artistic inspiration with the aid of magic mushrooms. While in Bright Falls' record does not condone the use of illegal drugs, we hope Mr. Zane will help put a town on the artistic map.
Cynthia Weaver had always kept her lantern close. Someone in the bathroom with her. In the dark. Dark water pressed itself into her. She screamed. Cynthia Weaver hated being old. She'd been a doer, a fighter. Now the bathroom frightened her, afraid she'd break her hip, like Norman. Cynthia had always kept her lantern close, to hold the darkness at bay. "Oh dear, my lantern. I think I've lost it," Cynthia said. "This will put a smile back on your face, my dear," a voice said. A man's voice. Someone in the bathroom with her. In the dark. The light bulb had blown. She meant to replace it days ago. How could she forget? She had slipped getting out of the tub. She lay in the tub now. She lifted her hand. It looked wrong. Too many hands. In a black void with no sense of up or down, she was underwater. A dark shape pushed her down. Dark water pressed itself into her. She screamed. It came out in bubbles.
Creepiness. Alright. "273. Rose, if you see this, please remind the residents to leave my stuff alone. I think they hate me."
There. Power's back on.
What clock is more?
Shit. Careful, Saga.
Oh. At least we now know what happened to Vlad. That's the wellness center. There's goodies in there. Alright. On the other side.
Is this something they watch on movie night? That looks just like Casey. What the hell is going on? I can't get through this. It's not opening.
It was too late. She was underwater. The nightmares were starting to creep in. He had it coming. Saga was trapped in the horror story.
Anger's remorse. This is the one. But it's gone. Cynthia has the record. She will tell me where to find it.
To memorialize the only pressing of the unreleased single of Anger's Remorse. And we were trying to...
She was underwater.
Trashed hotel rooms and ruined pools. Crowd goes wild for the old gods about Asgard. Ragnarok tour. The rock and roll group All Gods of Asgard is leaving chaos in their wake as they plow through the major US cities in their aptly named Ragnarok tour. The brand is breaking their sales records with singles topping the charts and their latest sold out concerts in Long Beach, California. The fans... They're loved for reckless rockers by showering the stages with lacy unmentionables, black roses, and even full beer bottles. None of this phased them stars themselves, who embraced the aberration, transitioning from song to song with such gusto that the audience was left catching their breath, eager to keep the brothers Anderson and their cohorts. After house shenanigans for musicians included a pool in a private residential neighborhood left emptied and sanitized, and a hotel room nearly destroyed in a classical fashion, not to mention the lengthy room service bill gone unpaid. All things pointed to this band quickly becoming a strong contender to the iconic Hall of Fame rock groups that came before them. All Gods of Asgard party like their namesakes to give a performance like no other. Be sure to catch them on tour and bear witness to rock history in the making. Oof. Rock music is the ancient language of the soul, muses Old Gods of Asgard's lead singer. I sit down with the Anderson brothers of Old Gods of Asgard, famed in the lobby of running down a hotel somewhere in Detroit, currently on their Ragnarok hit tour. The busy band members only have a moment to spare, fledgling journalists and his questions before running off the sound check for their concert tonight. How's the reception been? Amazing. Fans understand what we're about. They're getting rock and roll, they're getting the spirit, we're here not to fuck around. That's fucking right. Why do you do what you do? I can tell you when you're new to this, buddy. Why does anyone do what they do? For the glory and fame? For the money and the sex? Or because you have something inside you that's going to fucking burst out if you don't start using it? It's the latter. That's a good answer. How about music then? What is it about music that compels you? That'd be pretty fucking obvious. This is boring me to death, bro. Let's get moving. Sorry, he's always impatient. As they stand up to leave for their tour bus waiting outside, the large and the knife rockers turn around for one final quote. Music, especially rock and roll, is the ancient language of the soul, man. It's in me. It's godly. It'll come out like a fucking thunderstorm. And the Old Gods of Asgard band member Deb. The legendary heavy rock band Old Gods of Asgard mourns the loss of their divinely talented guitarist Bob Balder. Fat Bob, as he was affectionately and unironically called, died of complications of a severe illness, leaving his bandmates owed and torn behind. Peace-loving musicians will sorely be missed, also by the band's numerous fans. When asked about his loss, Thor Anderson had this to say: "Get the fuck out of my face. Balder's in Valhalla now. He fought cancer like a hero. Bob was too beautiful a soul for this world," added Odin. This was meant to be the band's upcoming album, remains seen. Okay. Okay, let's drop in here. Have a quick save. And get ready with a shotgun for what's about to come next. How's Odin doing?
The nightmares were starting to coexist.
I found an empty record sleeve. Do you know where the record inside went?
Oh, the matter is not my business. Mutta sanotaanko vaikka, että but she who steals a needle steals a nail. Wonders of the modern world. Music captured on vinyl, on tape. What will they come up with next? Tää ne vielä keksi. I'm a man of the old union.
Saga was trapped in a horror story.
The record in the museum is missing. Anger? Remorse? The missing record is one of a kind. The rest are all popular releases. And all these holding up for later?
She was underwater.
Is it a profile that we need to do? Odin. Anger's remorse.
Anger's remorse is missing. Who took it?
Our shame becomes the pale horse. Oh, Tor, bro. Tor's love for you is in that song. That's why Cynthia wants it, to ruin him. She made Tor lust after her. We fought one scratching hag years ago. Now he's fallen for another, and we might lose him for good. One less Anderson.
That isn't going to happen. Cynthia has torn the overlap. Anger's remorse is the key to get there. I need to make Cynthia reveal its location. Cynthia targeted Tor specifically. Why him?
Deal with the nasty Anderson fellow. His heart was broken. Cancelled. Leaks started appearing. It was too late. Shut her out of her own case.
The dark presence is using Cynthia to keep me from talking to Tor. Where is Angus Remorse now?
He is a young girl in love. A rock and roll cliche. The shadows to come alive. A gift. An on-off death wish.
She has the record. I can get it out of her. Angus Remorse. Where is it, Cynthia?
Drowned beneath dark water. Too many hands. The bathroom frightened her. Cut short. She screamed. An old folks' care home.
The Angus Remorse record is in Cynthia's room. In her bathtub. A bathtub, a pond, a lake. There's a theme here.
Cynthia hid the record in a bathtub. It better still work. Cynthia seduced Thor to keep him away from me. Need to find out where Cynthia hid the record. Cynthia wanted the record. Thor would have done anything she said. Thor gave Cynthia the record. She's the only one who can tell me which.
Tor, bro. Tor's love for you is in that song. That's why Cynthia wants it, to ruin him. She made Tor lust after her. We fought one scratching hag years ago. Now he's fallen for another, and we might lose him for good. One less Anderson.
Deal with the nasty Anderson fellow. His heart was broken.
Your grandfather made the song to apologize. To your mother, Freya, and to you. Tor's like a storm. Your mother did the right thing, leaving with you. Even if it broke your grandfather's heart. And mine. Listen to the song, Saga. It's all there. Tor only had one record made. He keeps it in the museum.
Drowned beneath dark water. Too many hands. The bathroom frightened her. Cut short. She screamed. An old folks' care home.
The secret mission for Alan's #1 fan. The hero will say Wake has returned. We're all characters in his story. Gee whiz. Cynthia took him. Ugh, I knew someone was messing with Tor's head. There's something wrong with the water here. Pipes acting up, black stuff coming out. Cynthia's probably behind that too.
Okay. That always creeps me the fuck out.
A dam? Was Cynthia into civil engineering?
Haha.
I feel like I'm missing some context here. I'm guessing the woman in this photograph was not Cynthia's favorite. A lantern. Was Cynthia using it for protection? Did she know about the dark presence? A power station. Everyone needs a hobby, I guess.
For a very
Tor's a
special
romantic,
woman.
huh?
A box of chocolates from Thor to Cynthia. Looks like Thor fell for Cynthia pretty hard. She's the one taking all the fuses, breaking all the lights, throwing away all the chocolate.
The dark presence uses people's memories, their fears to corrupt them.
I went to the basement today to check the lights. I can't trust Bloom to do it. He's too slow, but it's getting harder and harder for me to reach them. I can't keep up much longer. Tom's lamp is gone. The lamp with the angel on it. He always loved that lamp. It disappeared in my room. The darkness is here after all these years. It took Tom's lamp. I know it did. The lights are going out more and more. There's no one left to stop it. I can't do it on my own. Not anymore. I have nothing left for Tom now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need Tom's lamp back. I need Tom back. The shadows are moving. There's no more light, no more lamps. Can't find a way out of the room. Someone locked the door. Did I lock it maybe? Maybe Tom did. He's probably did it to keep me safe. He's such a considerate man. Barbara doesn't deserve them. Tom would do so much better. Where did Tom's lamp go? I used to have it. I guess he took it back. That's fine. It was his after all. The shadows are moving. Did I write that? Nonsense. There are no shadows. It's just Tom and I forever. I found something funny when I was down there. A newspaper article about Tom, but it called him a filmmaker. Tom didn't make movies. He was a poet. A magnificent poet. I dug around and found film equipment supposedly also Tom's. What's happening? This isn't right. I know it isn't.
Cynthia was close to someone named Thomas Zane. Who is he?
Tom was back. Tom had enemies. In a fancy hotel. Just his imagination. The nightmare started to creep in. Cynthia Weaver smiled.
An old flame. Maybe Tom was taken.
She was afraid, hearing whispers. Cynthia's fears made her vulnerable. Is that how she became taken?
Cynthia would deal with the nasty Anderson fellow, Tor, always poking people with his hammer. He had it coming. Cynthia Weaver smiled. Lost without her lantern? Nonsense. Cynthia felt as giddy as a young girl in love. Cynthia had loved Thomas Zane. Tom only had eyes for Barbara. Barbara was bad news. Tom had seen it in the end. Cynthia had been there to comfort him. And when he left, Cynthia waited. Years of waiting. Now Tom had come back to her. They'd be together now. See the world. She'd always dreamed of seeing New York. They were there now in a fancy hotel. She drew a bath. She would become like Barbara. No, better. She sank into dark water. Into Tom. Tom had enemies plotting against him. Cynthia would deal with the nasty Anderson fellow, Tor, always poking people with his hammer. He had it coming. Anything for Tom.
Tor's not becoming a Taken, but Cynthia is definitely corrupting him. Trying to keep him away from me? Anga's Remorse by Old Gods of Asgard. I need to play it in the jukebox.
The dark water thrust itself into her.
Okay.
Mandy May, are you all right? You're bleeding.
Oh, how did that happen?
Oh, no, Mandy May. Oh, no!
Oh, don't be a crybaby, Norman. It's nothing. I just poked my finger knitting this monster of a blanket.
Why are we out here again?
Archie said we'd be safe on the board.
Safe from what? I bet Tor is having one of his drunken fits again.
Anger's remorse.
The song will show me the way.
Look in the mirror, the cobweb of my soul, on my face forever, seeking to be whole, driven by passion, raging like a storm, with thunder and lightning, and the hubris I was born.
The overlap is at the pond. Fuck. Here we go again.
I entered the dark place by playing Thor and Odin's song.
Overlaps require pieces of art to enter. Is that because of the dark place's focus on art?
Mentions the man I drove away. What man did Thor drive away? My father? The overlap.
Tor's here, in the overlap. Gotta find him and get the fuck out.
Look in the mirror, the cobweb of my soul, on my face forever, seeking to be whole, driven by passion,
Alright, guys, I'm actually sure we will have to listen to that song again. However, I do want to check out these other old Gods of Asgard songs while I'm making my coffee. Alright, guys, we're just going to be listening to the music. So if you're not into listening to the music of the Old Gods of Asgard, please, please, please end the part here, jump into the next part. I'm having fun listening to it. And then once finished, we'll end and we'll start in the overlap. Alright, that's all the music, guys. If you're still enjoying it, well, thanks for jumping in. But we are going to stop here. I'll be back in a few minutes, not long, and we'll finish up the over.